Dear children, I taught you last day constitutional design. उसी के अंतर्गत देखें गाइडिंग वैल्यूज ऑफ इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन। गाइडिंग वैल्यूज ऑफ इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन। Before understanding the Indian Constitution, it is desirable to understanding to its theme जैसे बोलते हैं। To understand it, let us understand and study the thoughts of main leader regarding our Constitution and its preamble. Mahatma Gandhi was not member of the Constitution Assembly, but many members of it were its followers. In 1931, Mahatma Gandhi had written in his journal Young India what he expected from the Constitution. He wanted a constitution for India which could be beneficial for poor and downtrodden and which would not distinguish between the high and low. There should be no place for untouchability and wine or any other intoxicant. And women should have equal rights with men. Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar was for political, social and economic equality for all. He had a great contribution in the making of the Constitution. He feared that a long denial of social and economic equality in life would endanger democracy. Jawaharlal Nehru wanted equality opportunity for all. He would eradicate ignorance, poverty and disease. He expected that all responsible people devote themselves in the social service. ये सभी लोगों ने अपने अपने विचार रखे हैं कि हमारा संविधान कैसा होना चाहिए। मतलब इन शब्दों के अनुसार गांधी जी कहते हैं किसी के साथ भेदभाव नहीं होना चाहिए। कहते हैं ही वांटेड टू कंज्यूम फॉर इंडियन विच वुड बी बेनिफिशियल फॉर पुअर एंड ड्रॉन्डन एंड हिच वुड नॉट डिस्टिंग्विश बिटवीन द हाई एंड लो। चाहे ऊंचा हो नीचा हो, कोई किसी का भेदभाव नहीं होना चाहिए। और भीमराव अंबेडकर ने राजनीतिक, सामाजिक और आर्थिक इक्वलिटी की बात कही गई विचार रखे थे। जवाहरलाल नेहरू भी कहते थे गरीबी नहीं होनी चाहिए, अशिक्षा नहीं होनी चाहिए और सभी को बीमारी से मुक्त रखा जाए, इसके लिए अर्थात इलाज होना चाहिए। ये विचार रखे थे। ऐसे संविधान हमारा बनना चाहिए जिसमें सबको लाभ हो। अदर इम्पॉर्टेंट मेंबर्स जो थे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में जो योगदान दिया था, कंट्रीब्यूशन फॉर मेकिंग द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल, अबुल कलाम आज़ाद, डॉक्टर राजेंद्र प्रसाद, MC मुखर्जी, सरोजनी नायडू एंड TT कृष्णाचारी और कन्हैया लाल, मानिक लाल मुंशी, श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी और जीत दुर्गाबाई देशमुख, हंसा मेहता भी हैं, राजकुमारी भी हैं इसमें, जिन्होंने संविधान के बनने में योगदान दिया था। करीब 15 वीमेन वर कंट्रीब्यूटेड इन द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन फॉर्मेशन। आप देखिए कोटे फ्रॉम गांधी। अब गांधी जी की क्या विचारधारा और थी, संविधान कैसा होगा, ये विचार रखा था। I shall strive for a constitution which will release India from all thraldom and patronage. I shall work for an India in which the poorest shall feel that it is their country in whose making they have an effective voice, and India in which there shall be no high class and low class of people, an Indian in which all communities shall be in perfect harmony. There can be no room in such an India for the curse of untouchability or curse of the intoxicating drinks and drugs. Women will enjoy the same rights as men. I shall be satisfied with the nothing else. यहाँ पर इस तरह से महात्मा गांधी जी ने अपना विचार रखा। अम्बेडकर क्या कहते हैं? अम्बेडकर जी, On the 26th January 1950, we are going to enter a life of contradictions. In politics, we will have equality, and in social and economic life, we will have inequality. In politics, we will be recognizing the principle of one man, one vote, and one vote, one value. In our social and economic life, we shall, by reason of our social and economic structure, continue to deny the principle of one man, one value. How long shall we continue to live this life of contradiction? How long shall we continue to deny equality in our social and economic life? If we continue to deny it for long, we will do so only by putting our political democracy in peril. पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू के अनुसार देखिए क्या है विचार उनका। Long years ago we made a tryst with density, and now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge, and not wholly or in full measure, but very substantially at the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleep, India will awake in life and freedom. A momentum comes which comes but rarely in history, when we step out from the old to the new, when an age ends, and when the soil of a nation longs suppressed find entrance. It is fighting that at this solemn moment we take the pledge of dedication to the service of India and her people, and to the still large case of humanity. Freedom and power bring responsibility. The responsibility rests upon this assembly, a sovereign body representing the sovereign people of India. Before the birth of freedom, we have endured all the pain of labor, and our hearts are heavy with the memory of his sorrow. Some of those pains continue even now. Nevertheless, the past is over, and it is the future that beckons to us now. That future is not one of age or resting, but of incessant striving so that we may fulfill the pledge we have so often taken, and the one we shall take today. The service of India means the service of the millions who suffer. It means the ending of poverty and ignorance and disease and inequality of opportunity. The ambition of the greatest man of our generation has been to wipe every tear from every eye. That may be beyond us, but as long as there are tears and suffering so long, our work will not be over.